What is up, people on the internet? It is I, Michael Shockman, here with what I'm hoping will be the final ultimate episode of Shadowrun Returns. Haha! Last time we left off, in Baron Samedi and the Bug Busters, episode 11. We met up with Baron Samedi in cyberspace, and he sent us on a job to raid Telestrian, the Telestrian Industries corporate office here in Seattle. We fought our way through there, did some hacking. God, that was a pain in the ass. Rather nasty battles, lots of grenades, lots of death, really bloody fighting. And now we are just about to the end of that mission. We are outside of James Telestrian, I believe either the new president or the new VP. I'm not sure which one. His office, where we need to find the last little bit of a drug or an experimental formula that goes by the code name Aegis, which supposedly, according to Baron Samedi, can destroy the immortal bugs, which might come in very useful when the time comes to bash those bugs, like the bugs that they are. But that's where we left off. Really quick before we get started, as per usual, please, if you wouldn't mind doing me the quick little favor of smashing the like button and consider hitting the subscribe button. It only takes a minute. And if you also hit the bell icon and make sure that's rung, you'll be notified anytime I post videos here on YouTube and anytime they go live. Also, if you want to help support my work, you can check me out on Patreon at patreon.com/dmshockman. If you want to come and say hi to me from a distance, you can check me out on Twitter at dmshockman. And if you want to come and say hi to me live, and more interactively, you can come and check me out on Twitch, where I will actually be after I am done recording this on this this Thursday, the 4th of March, 2021. So yeah. Without any further ado, folks, now that spiel is out of the way, now the shilling's out of the way, let's dive into this, what I'm hoping will be, like I said before, the final episode of Shadowrun Returns. Let's get into it. Let's continue. Yeah, we already read that. Go, Coyote, run! The globe glows with an unearthly light. Perfect. Got him. Come on. Alright. Phone VM search results for Project Aegis. Call from Thomas Telestrian. Recorded 5 days ago. Dad, it's all gone. The runners attacked last night and managed to blow the whole damn Columbia River facility to bits. I've had teams sorting through the rubble all morning, and they haven't found any viable Project Aegis material. The sample I sent you is all that's left. This is a mess. Lots of people dead, and the building is a total loss. Call me to discuss what you want me to do next, Tom. Come on. Email and IM search results for Project Aegis. Title, Sample Security. Mr. Telestrian, in light of the recent attacks, I have relocated the only remaining sample of Project Aegis to the safe in my office. The safe is hidden from this, and the safe's lock is mechanical and thus not at risk for Matrix Decker attacks. Sincerely, Eric Silverstar, Director of Security, Telestrian Industries, Seattle office. Alright. Well done, mon ami. As it happens, Eric Silverstar's office is on this very floor. About time a little good fortune came our way, eh? Let's get this over with. As you say. Now, to stop those elevators. I'm sure there is an accessible node in the system we can access. Find it before you are overrun with guards. Your comlink chirps again, and Baron's face appears on screen. His voice is far less confident than before. This is new? You didn't know about this control panel. Great. Apparently, Mr. Silverstar's reputation for paranoia is well founded. This panel is a hard-coded door control that cannot be accessed from the Matrix. It was not here yesterday. How did he install it so fast? That's just great. Got a new plan? A real plan? Somebody will think of something. Very well. This will work, but the plan requires you, and only you, to stay the night. You have my attention. Go on. You will find the elevator. Once again, under our control. Goes to an empty parking garage and safety. Your hired help will be able to clear the building with ease. You, however, will be Telestrian's newest employee come sunrise. Now, allow me to tell you what... That's funny. Alright. The morning after, you hunker down in the janitor's locker room amid the smells of industrial strength cleansers, floor wax, and body odor. Sleep is impossible as you must be constantly on your guard for the telltale sounds of security teams or building maintenance crews. Morning eventually comes, and with it, another chance at Project Aegis. Alright. Good morning, mon ami. You look well. Get on with it. Get on with it! Given Mr. Silverstar's paranoia about security, we could not get into his office in a straightforward manner last night. However, thanks to the mayhem you created by your Shadowrunners, a situation ripe for exploitation now exists. Ripe for exploitation, eh? Oh, While you waited here, I continued to probe, looking for some of the less secure, more mundane Telestrian office files. Shipping records indicate that Mr. Silverstar recently took delivery of several paintings he commissioned after being promoted to VP of Telestrian Security. The shipment called Our Values. On the same day, building maintenance reported installing the artwork in his office at the same time as a piece of equipment purchased from FujiCorp. Although they attempted to obfuscate its use, I believe it is the safe. I'm betting the artwork and the safe are tied together somehow. You are very bright. Mr. Silverstar is personally conducting the investigation into last night's break-in. He is interviewing personnel who may have pertinent information. You need to be one of the personnel he interviews in his office. Once you are inside, you will need him to leave so that you can find a way to get the sample. So I tell him I have evidence so I can get inside his office for an interview? Close. You will plant evidence of your own creation. There are 3 matrix emergency power junctions on this level. If we add some comlink chips to them, it will make last night's run appear to be a preparation for a larger run. It will bring the attention of Telestrian security. Getting the attention of corporate security comes easy to me. What's your angle? There is a janitor's uniform, ID badge, and comlink chips in the locker. They will get you in general access and allow you to pass a basic inspection. The rest is up to you. One more thing. Mr. Silverstar is well known for his creative security measures. You would do well to learn as much as you can about this man before meeting him. Now, quickly change and unlock the door. For a moment, it activates his comlink. He turns his back on you and has a brief conversation. Mr. Silverstar wants to see you in his office immediately. Collecting the sample. The brutish dog-eat-dog existence of a slum dweller is a far cry from the quiet desperation and existential nothingness of a corporate wage slave. Yet, after your time at Telestrian Industries, it's unclear which is more bleak. The elevator rises smoothly, and its blanderized music assaulting your ears once again as you ascend to the executive floor and your goal. Alright. Another fucking elf. There you are. It seems that some of my best are letting me down, and it's good to see that you're displaying one of the most important of my 3 key values. Well, it's duty above all, right? He laughs. Well, yes, that's the first value, and I'm glad more than those outside of security follow it, and from a janitor no less. No, I'm speaking of my 3rd and final value of vigilance, which seems to be sorely lacking around here. We prefer building maintenance, sir. Of course you do. Now please, start filling out the report on the datapad, and I'm afraid I must ask you to not sit in my chair, given your attire. I need to go head downstairs and investigate your findings. I'll be right back. Alright. Prick. Your comlink begins, not beings, begins. Why is it so hard? Why does this game have so many fucking typos? Like, seriously. Fuck. Do some proper editing, for God's sake. Begins to ring. You pick up. So these paintings must be what all those expensive deliveries were. We don't have much time. I'm tracking Silverstar. He is already stepping off the elevator. I don't think your disguise will hold up much longer. I'll update you on his movements. Hurry, mon ami. Alright. Alright. Push the frame. Frame clicks into place. And the slides back into the wall. Efficiency. Push the frame. Looks into place. He has a few guards. A tech worker and a very nervous wage slave gathered on the boardroom. It is beginning to question them. Unity. Leave it alone. Independence. Leave it alone. Vigilance. Push the frame. Clicks into place. Oh no, Spencer Scotch. Away. There we go. Here's a safe. Scan around the most Mr. Silverstar. Pick up the half-smoked cigar. Put the moist cigar in the DNA scanner. Great work, mon ami! The time for stealth has passed. It has set off every alarm in the system, but I have unlocked the executive elevator for, and your path is clear. Head to the elevator and make your escape. Alright. Uh-oh. Detective McCluskey stands smirking, surrounded by armed and twitchy Lone Star officers. Good morning, moron. Good morning, Detective McCluskey. It's a fine day for police corruption, isn't it? His smirk broadens. That's right, dummy. Keep flapping your jaw. That sort of thing will be perfect where you're going. Mr. Telestrian wants to meet with you in person. He wants to chat about last night's fun and games. You can come along quietly, or you can meet him in a body bag. I'll opt for a stand-up conversation. Damn, I was hoping to be able to put you to bring you in feet first. All right. The estates. From the floor of the Lone Star cruiser, you watch the tops of the downtown corridors, office buildings disappear, replaced by the gray overcast over over the I-90 bridge. The nylon restraints binding your wrists and ankles, along with McCluskey's whistling to the radio, make for an unpleasant ride. A half hour later, the cruiser hits a whisper smooth patch of road, and a magnificent mansion fills your view. Its design a blend of old world finery and elvish grace. The car pulls to an abrupt halt, and you're dragged onto the driveway, where McCluskey pulls a nasty-looking knife and cuts your bonds. You look up to see you're surrounded by a squad of green-clad ghosts, special forces from Tier 10 gear. to Tengir. Messaging, massaging the feeling back into your numb extremities, you prepare to meet the man himself, James Telestrian III. Nice. Alright. Want some advice, moron? Of course you don't. You're a Shadowrunner and you live by your own rules, don't you? I'd suggest you keep your smart-ass remarks to yourself this time, human. Telestrian isn't some street meat you can impress or intimidate. He's the brains behind the throne of Gear and one of the richest men in Seattle. And he holds your leash, right, McCluskey? You're his lapdog. His eyes say, I'd love to kill you now, but his mouth continues its smirk. I got one of the richest and most powerful men in the Pacific Northwest taking care of me, dumbass. What do you got? Free fucking will. You're dumber than I thought. Enjoy your chat. I'll dispose of your body later. Mr. Quoth. The fussy elf with the hair of a Victorian butler studies you before he speaks. He doesn't like what he sees. Mr. Telestrian is expecting you. You will find him in his office. This is an extraordinary estate. May I look? Thank you, Jeeves. He's not amused. Delighted to be of service. You may wait here for a few moments to gather yourself before you enter Mr. Telestrian's office. Some people find that they may need time to prepare themselves before meeting an elf of his stature. However, the upstairs is off limits to you, and the library is occupied at the moment. Do not tarry, though. Mr. Telestrian is not one to be kept waiting long. We're not even going to be worrying about it. We're gonna go straight in. There is a twinkle in Ajarnon's eyes that wasn't there when you spoke to him at the Seamstresses Union. It's good to see you again. There is so much to do. There's much to do. What the hell are you doing here? I am doing what I do, D-Shock, providing those in need with the tools they require. Seek me out whenever you're... yeah. That's off limits. I think we're supposed to go this way. James Telestrian III. As you approach, James Telestrian III looks up from the computer screen built into the surface of his desk and assesses you, calculating and cold. A practiced smile comes to his face. He vibes the kind of rich you don't get from Treevid. It's not the clothing or the trappings or the bow before your better's mansion. It's something else, the feeling that you're being categorized as a resource or a liability or a pawn. I have been reviewing the results of your visit to my Seattle office last night. I admit they are impressive. You have generated a considerable amount of damage to my office complex, killed or wounded many of my security personnel, and cost my vice president of security his job. In 24 hours you have accumulated quite a bill with me, sir. How do you intend to settle your debt? You already compensated the container I took. I have no other bargaining chips. First, some introduction. You do not begin a negotiation by admitting that you have nothing with which to negotiate. However, you were considering your tactical situation. That tells me that you are more than a mere street thug. Allow me to instruct you further. You have one piece of information which you might use as a bargaining chip in the little time you have left to live. Why you took what you took. I am interested to know why you and your team of criminals fought your way through my security teams up to my private office to access the Matrix and uncover the location of a sample research project. I took the Aegis sample to kill giant insect spirits. I find your bluntness somehow refreshing. He touches a button on the desk. Mr. Quoth, please ask my daughter to join us. The young, pretty elf has dark circles under her eyes and a haunted expression on her face. She recognizes you instantly. It's you! You're the man who helped me escape from the Universal Brotherhood. How did you get here? Telestrian cuts in quickly. Thank you, Marie-Louise. You have confirmed the identity of your rescuer and have given me reason to forgive him for his trespasses against me. She looks hungry for your help. I'm glad you're here. Good to see you got out okay, Marie-Louise. No, I think we're gonna give her some things. You did well back there. Without you, we'd all be dead. She closes her eyes. Thank you. But I'm not sure that death wouldn't be better than this. I can't sleep at all. I'm afraid of I'm afraid that this is a dream and I'll wake up and still be there with the bugs. You can relax, Marie-Louise. You are safe. It is over. No! It won't be over until they're all dead! She shudders. You didn't see them, Father. You don't understand. And you and those men you flew in here, all you do is talk. It's just like you to form a committee, Father. I knew that someone had to take action. That's why I got Hakeem involved. The already cold exterior of James Telestrian III turns to ice. I see. It was you and your crippled little friend who leaked Aegis to this man. We will speak of it later, in private. Now then, D-Shock, there are people I wish you to meet. The committee my daughter alluded to. This is a rare opportunity for a man of the streets such as yourself. I urge you to behave. We will adjourn to the library. I would be delighted. I don't know if that was sarcasm or not, just to behave. Oh, man. Okay. Lady and gentlemen, this is D-Shock. He is the human who saved my daughter and the only one who has faced our common enemy in combat. Brackhaus, what does the representative of the great dragon Lofweir have to tell us about the magical insect this Shadowrunner uncovered? Brackhaus speaks slowly with a deep, melodious German accent. I can't do a German accent. I can try, but I'm not going to. He takes his time accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy. Okay, peak over the course of 5,200 years, roughly 9,000 years ago. Okay. Harlequin, Hans, dear, I love you, but you could babble on forever, and I believe time is of the essence. The painted elf addresses you. D-Shock, is it? Delighted. The bug you fought was not merely a magically awakened animal like a wyvern or a hydra or anything else of the sixth world. In fact, it isn't from this world at all. It's the physical embodiment of an insect spirit from another plane of existence. I imagine that moving from one plane of existence to another isn't easy. Correct. Perhaps Das German can tell you about it at length someday. He's got plenty of time to chit-chat. Now, an insect spirit can't simply thumb a ride through astral space and show up on Earth late for dinner. Dinner, in this case, being us. 2 elements are required to bring one across the void. A shaman and a host. First, the spirit calls upon a shaman, often in dreams. The spirit seduces the shaman with promises of great power. The shaman then accepts the spirit as his totem. Next, the insect spirit requires a suitable host. The best candidates are the disaffected and the disenfranchised. In short, the weak-willed. The minds are the most susceptible to suggestion, which is helpful in making the transformation. As you may imagine, these are the sort of people easily attracted to a cult, such as the Universal Brotherhood. Finally, by performing what has to be a truly disgusting ritual, the shaman serving the insect totem implants the spirit. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. Had to sneeze. Into the host, willing or not. Then it's feeding time. Harlequin is correct. The insect spirit will then slowly consume its host while transforming it into the spirit's own insectoid body, thus manifesting itself fully on this plane. What's this have to do with the great dragon and an elf who likes cosmetics? Funny kid, but it's no laughing matter. This is bigger than hunting down an insect shaman or putting a few 9mm rounds into a bug. The initial bugs prepare a nest for the summoning of a queen. Once a nest has its queen, she literally explodes with newly manifested insect spirits. They swarm out of the nest, feasting on all the flesh that they can find, and implanting more insect spirits into the fresh corpses, again and again and again. The room falls silent as they all consider the scenario, faces grim. Telestrian breaks the silence. This is not the infestation, D-Shock. It is an invasion. Alright. Then why don't you just fire a cruise missile at the Brotherhood and call it a day? So you're early to the party this time. That gives you the upper hand, right? We are not early. We merely have experience on our side. Alright. Telestrian's biotechnology and agricultural divisions worked with Lord Lofweir's thaumaturgical engineers and designed Project Aegis to destroy an insect spirit once it's released from its host. The formula of fluorescing astral bacteria strain exists in the physical and astral plane at once and can thus affect the insect spirits. Now that was a mouthful. Did you memorize it, or are you reading it off of index cards? My director of R&D, Diana Ravenwood, will explain how Aegis will be used in the field. Dr. Ravenwood? Our weapons specialists have rapidly prototyped a delivery device for the fluorescing astral bacteria strain. They've created some prototype launchers which fire Aegis-filled shells. When fired, the shells will discharge a high-velocity stream of the bacteria. In order to destroy one of the bugs, it must be first damaged using conventional weapons or magic until the spirit is released from the host body. Then the insect spirit must be shot with the Project Aegis prototype launcher to destroy it. So in order to stop an invasion of insects from another dimension, a dragon and an elf co-created a magical insecticide. Crudely put, but accurate. We must stop the Universal Brotherhood from summoning a queen, and we must stop them immediately. You are the only one who has been inside their facility, and the only one who has personally fought these creatures before. That, along with your highly effective assault upon my property, indicates that you are the best person to deal with this attack. The painted elf grins and his red lipstick catches the light. We're foregoing the clinical trials in favor of field testing the formula. Come on, kid. When fate taps you on the shoulder, you've got to pay attention. Unfortunately, she has the nasty habit of tapping you on the opposite shoulder, so that when you turn around, she's on your other side, giggling like a deranged schoolgirl. I hate that. Enough! Are you willing to undergo this mission, D-Shock? You had me at killing bugs. Show me how to use Aegis and I'll get it done. Excellent. He claps his hand as if seeing the circus for the first time. I love the way the short-lived are willing to die even faster. It's very inspirational. Yeah, we don't care about him. 10,000, nice. Hey, don't scare the kid, Hansel. We still need him to go on the mission. By the by, I'm coming with you, D-Shock. I wouldn't mind seeing these creatures for myself. I missed them last time. Delestrian will bankroll you so you can hire the rest of the team. Find me when you're ready to go, and we'll bug right out of here. He sighs. Yes, speak with Harlequin when you are ready to depart. As you wish. If you wish to acquire additional supplies for your mission, find my assistant Quoth. He is highly resourceful. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you have enjoyed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to save the spiel for this time in favor of just getting it done with. Get on with it! But seriously, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Michael Shockman. I've been your host and commentator. And remember, as always, keep it real, keep it safe, keep it healthy, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!